interesting start to this week's energy, where we are going to be looking at Divine Feminine's energy. If you do want to book a reading, you can go to the link directly below. And yes, we do cover these weekly. If you do want the next edition, you can get them through our YouTube membership. Now, let's take a look at this. This looks really interesting. We do have a circumstance with the Divine Feminine, especially this week, and it could be due to Mercury retrograde getting ready to go direct. There is something really, and again, I'm seeing the threes. I'm seeing like a balance required. The card is in reverse, and it's something that could be quite messy, but you could be really trying to rework circumstances and look at how we do things differently. The other message I was getting for some of you, this can relate to your actions, your words. A lot of frustration might have been endured during Mercury retrograde, and especially where it does come to the heart center and, really what you can do within your power. This can be two areas of your life, I believe. A, it can be within your own personal life, or B, it can be within the twin flame connection. I think you've got a bit of both going on. We're looking to the past, and for some reason, I'm really sensing there's a redo here. Now, could this be an individual that is coming back from the past? Could it be that you're returning to things from a psychological level and saying, okay, where I stand today, with all my thoughts, with all my wounds that I've confronted during this cycle, be it it's a 3D situation or it is a thought, I'm seeing that you're feeling as though there needs to be a redo here. Maybe something that was discarded is coming back onto the table. Maybe if you had felt that way, again, it could be cropping back up. And I feel that in the heart of situations, you're trying to be fair. There could be a judgment that you feel you need to make in a circumstance. Again, I am seeing two areas. We're seeing it's almost like the Justice card, but it's a balance card. I get this feeling that Divine Feminine is in two areas of their life, trying to make a decision. Now, could this be a left and right decision? Particularly, it could be. It also could be you're trying to balance both, and one feels it's more imbalanced than the other. I feel you're trying to move forward with this, and I feel you're trying to observe how this can be. Again, this can be from an intuitive level, taking action, seeing how people are relating to you, but you are looking to the future, point blank zero. And once you come into this comfortable space, I get this feeling that you're going to be incredibly comfortable with the decision that you do make. And I think it's almost spiritually, you're feeling from an intellectual point of view, you need to make peace with the circumstance so that the decision you do make, you're going to be quite settled with it. You could feel like the Fool card in Tarot, that you're having to jump in the deep end. And this, again, at a foundation level, it is to do with an old chapter. It is to do with an old circumstance. And I do feel it's about reworking it so it can work in the here and now. And you may not have a lot of time to actually think about this. Again, with Mercury retrograde, it has caused a lot of bedlam. It was almost like things coming at us left, right, and center, really trying to get our equilibrium. I think this week in the mix, we could be getting to a state where we're trying to do things that are going to heal these circumstances, balance these circumstances out as we do reach month's end. I do feel some home truths are coming through. I do, again, feel that our frustration levels can be extremely high. And there is a potential here that you are going to articulate everything you need. I don't know why I get this distinct feeling there's going to be a text message, a piece of communication. But again, I feel this is coming from Divine Feminine. So it could be that there's a question posed towards you, especially where we do look to the past and we are looking at something that we cut out, or us feeling directly how we felt within the circumstance of our twin flame path. This could be a conversation you're having with an individual or with DM. And I do see this to be an articulation of how you felt, how this has affected you. I also see honouring your truth is going to help you make some changes. This also can be a time in which you're thinking, okay, what directly would need to change? It's funny, I just looked up and it was 5 minutes in. What would need to change in order for these circumstances in your life to be successful? And I think your intuition could be keeping you up at night. But again, it's the intuitive mind. It's something that you'll be willing to work on very passionately. But from an intellectual point of view, I do see a change of mind here. I do see a change in the tides. And it is in a loving way. It is about putting things into perspective with love and passion. And this also could be very, very creative. There could be an offering. There could be a window of an opportunity. You also could hear some information that maybe is giving you, how could I place it? An inkling that something could turn out more positive and something that you thought was so was actually not. A lot of confrontation of demons here. And I feel the mask is being peeled off in a circumstance. The truth of circumstances are being revealed to you. And I feel you're wanting to get to the root cause of things to make these very important decisions in your life. We're going to move into clarifiers. We're going to see what else the cards want us to know in the context of your reading this week. Okay. Can something be fixed? That's really what I was hearing. And I do feel so. I do feel there is a repair of a circumstance. For some of you, you may, the eclipse that we just moved through, there can be a huge shift that's happening. And I find it very interesting that it was happening during a Mercury retrograde. And I feel that it's almost like a chance to redo, almost something. I'm hearing the term failure to launch, something that didn't quite get off the ground. We might have gone in a different direction. And universe is asking us, okay, can we do this differently? Can we relook at this? Have we put the energy in to give it its new beginning? For some of you, yes. I'm seeing, again, I've been given two cards. One is to do with the spiritual connection. One can be to do with something that's happening in your waking life. This can be a job. It could be communication style. It could be to do with your twin. I do see a redo here. Okay, let's look to the most recent past. This could have been even further back. Again, the things that we chopped out. This could have been because it was affecting, it's almost like you weren't trusting it. You were feeling that you were beating your head against a wall. This could have been something that happened to you and it was almost like a white lie or somebody that crossed you. There is a transformation coming here. It's almost like the old theory, time heals all. I think there is something from the past maybe that needed to be healed, resolved, changed. Gosh, that's loud. Yeah, you're trying to be your own best friend in this circumstance when choosing things. Some of you may have also felt to do with the karmic cycle. You were a little bit too understanding, and sometimes we are. Sometimes we do hold empathy. Not all the time, though. Okay, you're really looking at also your own personal needs. Regardless of whatever the circumstances, you're looking at your own commitments in your life and where you want to tweak things. For some of you, you may become aware why your twin flame has not been able to be seen. There could be this individual coming out of the woodworks. You also could be getting some gossip through the grapevine. You want to be able to be in a connection where you can socialize, you can be out in the open, you can have your happy ending. For some of you, if this person did go into hermit mode, it's almost like I just get this distinct feeling. It's like you know them ever so well. There is a commitment offering here. I think intellectually you're going to know what is going to be. It's almost like it's being shown to me. You're going to know what's best for you. Emotions can be heightened. I'm hearing after the storm. Yeah, where it does come to the past, it's almost like at a foundation level, you don't actually know what you could do. Some of you, I really do distinctly feel you're transitioning, transforming your employment sector or your purpose, but there is something here very separately that is being transformed. Within the context of the connection, I feel there was a feeling like an old chapter's coming back, but you don't want to be the one that's doing all the work. You want to see, because you feel something is out of your power. It's outside of your power. Okay. They're showing me that for some of you, you could get a message. There could be some communication. There also could be a delay with the contract. Some of you could be delaying a decision. There is going to be something that is going to be music to your ears. But they're also saying, be open to communicating in a different way. Be open to dealing with circumstances in a different way. You are going to get some blessings for your efforts. This is going to give you an opportunity to articulate how you feel. It can feel a little bit like a spiritual test, but you do have some positive things coming here, Divine Feminine. I'm hearing how deep is your love. I feel some truth-seeking information is coming towards you, and I get it's coming in relationship to Divine Masculine. I feel some truths are coming out. I do feel as though many of you could be thinking over in your mind, okay, if this individual showed up, what will we directly discuss? What am I needing to know to feel at peace with this? How have I transformed? Would it be, whenever I see milk and honey, being nurturing with both our own emotions as well as with others, we're going to get a lot further. We can actually diffuse this situation. But this is also what Divine Feminine is wanting to receive. So Divine Feminine's being very cautious this week because potentially they are aware of how they can relate if people are really pushing the buck. We will check in with this energy next week. I do believe there's opportunities for 2 big changes in your life this week, as well as you could be intellectualizing the situation in relationship to your twin flame path with the need and a desire to make a bold change. I'll see you on the other side. Drop me a PM and tell me how this relates to you.